All right, here we go. Oh my goodness. This is episode 67.5. Collectin and Connectin. This has already been a crazy, interesting green room situation happening. I am so excited, but I can't even get into our special guest, who is absolutely amazing. I have to say to one of our hosts, to the man chugging, I think, an energy drink at 10 o'clock at night, Dr. Pepper. Oh, 0 sugar. Then it doesn't matter. Fine. Everything cancels out. 0 sugar. Happy freaking birthday, Coultin. What's up, man?
So
happy birthday, dude.
Thank you so much.
Happy birthday.
That's cool. What?
What'd you get for your birthday? You can't even say, can you?
For my birthday, I got airfare to San Francisco.
Ooh.
So I can go to the All-Star game.
What?
Oh,
yeah. That's a good birthday present, right?
More to the point, you got permission to go to All-Star. That was the real present.
Yes.
That is epic. That's a great birthday present. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Underwear for my last birthday, so that doesn't even compare. I guess I didn't even introduce. I'm King Brett. Hello, the birthday boy, Coultin, wearing an interesting jersey. I can't wait to bring that up later.
Reggie.
Yeah, it's your birthday. We're gonna not let it slide though. BananaMac, how are you?
I'm living life. I'm stoked to be celebrating Coultin's birthday with him.
I know, right? Repping that beautiful Carter poster in the background.
The banner.
That's insane.
That I watched.
That is insane.
And we got the Dick Grady Dick jersey. That's up there too.
Yep, I'm gonna keep this episode clean because VIP. Speaking of VIPs, joining us for the birthday episode for Coultin, we had to bring out the big guns. The man, the myth, the TopShot legend, BlockchainSteve. Welcome, brother.
Oh wow, thank you. I haven't been called that in a long time,
Ooh,
where does that come from?
YouTube back in the day.
Okay.
I had to think of some name for the channel, and it just ended up being, what was it? Ballers Blockchain. So that Ballers BlockchainSteve didn't fit in the Twitter handle, so I had to settle for BlockchainSteve.
Well, there it is.
It's catchy.
Coming to us from a completely different day.
I know, like what?
Completely different continent.
Yeah.
Steve joins us.
You're the future seer. You know the future right now. You always know the future. Let's face it.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're recording in the future. I'm thinking about the future. So in a way, you're right.
Steve, it's really, really cool to have you on, man. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to join us. I know I have a scroll of questions for you. I think Brett does as well. And I don't know, Banana might have a few too.
I might.
I basically just going to be like our group DM, only now it's in a live stream.
So, Steve, tell me, all of us, especially Brett,
I knew this was coming.
A little bit about your history with TopShot, like when you started, how it's like all that stuff.
The aforementioned YouTube channel. I had learned, rewinding back a bit, I had learned how to use cameras and stuff, and drones out of passion on YouTube. And I always felt like I could do it. Before COVID, I made an online course for people how to make coffee, like barista coffee, proper coffee. And, that was really well coded because you couldn't train people in person. I had a history of training people in coffee at a former job. So I always felt like my place was on YouTube, and I thought it was going to be about cameras and stuff. And then TopShot came around. And then I don't remember even making the decision. It was just, I'm going to record about TopShot. And to my surprise, eventually people were actually watching this shit. I'm swearing now, sorry. And then I just kept uploading. And so my job was at a bank doing marketing, and 2 tabs, maybe 3, were of my actual job. And then 23 tabs would be TopShot and the video I was going to make that night, and all the things I was going to talk about. And then I would go home, kids to bed. And then I would switch on the camera. I knew what I was going to record, and then I'd spend the night editing it. One of my superpowers is like editing videos really quickly. And I went for quality shorts over what everyone else was doing at the time, which was long form streams, which are slightly less quality in terms of like, you know, the cameras that they use and stuff like that. And so that was my point of difference. And that's what I did for a year. I think it was 130 videos I made in
Wow.
10 or 11 months. So that's 2 or 3 videos a week.
Yeah,
and
so not a lot. You're pretty bored, I guess.
But like more to the point, like it
That's
wasn't even a
amazing.
choice. It was just like a passion of just like, I want to talk about this. There's other people like me out there that want to talk about this. And there was a job post flippantly posted on Discord. I flippantly applied, encouraged by people. And to my surprise, on Christmas Eve, my time, I had a job interview with Jacob. And I had a very good Christmas knowing that I was moving from a job that I was completely bored in into something that I was completely passionate about. So that's the short version.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So awesome.
That's a lot of work, doing 2 to 3 videos a week. That's
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, and
good
so
thing you have
sometimes
a
you'd think, I'd have
superpower.
a day off today. And then Roham at the time would do an office hours or something. And it'd be like, I have to do a video tonight. So, but yeah, it was a lot of work, but it was definitely worth it because it sharpens communication skills. Like I think people like you should talk to camera more, like you're doing, I mean, because it really sharpens your communication skills. You don't get nervous around cameras. Eventually it's just like you're talking to a mate. And you just don't see the lens anymore. And I think there's just all these side effects that happens when you just talk to a camera a lot. And yeah, I can't understate how valuable that is.
Yeah. Well, and it especially doing short form, it forces you to really be concise,
Articulate. Yeah.
and say what you need to say. Yeah.
It's crazy though, because I'm sorry to interrupt, but your videos were crazy awesome from the first one I ever saw. I'm like, this guy must be a professional at this. So it's like,
Right.
I love how you accidentally found your way into like the most epic, right up your alley. Like you're so talented, like put all this together and you add in the passion level. Like it's just, that's awesome. It's super cool.
But what people don't see is like I mentioned, I made an online course for people on how to make coffee. I made that course 3 times. The first one was terrible. Like it was a different camera. I was stuttering my words, fluffing my lines. I think I deleted it. And I could tell by the recording, like one episode would be like say 30 minutes for a 5-minute video. But the third time I did it, it'd be like a 10-minute for a 5-minute video. Like I was getting better. So that's the thing that people don't see. Like the thing about video is you don't have to upload it, but you can get the practice in. And it doesn't have to be video. That goes for everything. Like the practice is really what makes the perfection.
Totally. Brett does a lot of video that he doesn't upload. But more on that later.
99% of it doesn't get uploaded.
I love coffee, Steve. I'm a coffee snob. Tell me your preferred brewing method for coffee.
Ooh.
So I used to behind me have the whole machine set up, the expensive grinder, the expensive espresso machine. When I started drinking coffee, it was like latte, 2 sugars, then no sugars, then less milk, then no milk. Just give me the damn coffee. And that's what I am now. It's just like a black coffee. So now the simplest, easiest way for me to do it is just AeroPress.
AeroPress. I was hoping you would say AeroPress.
I was hoping
I can do it when the kids are
sign up for
asleep.
my course, and I'll teach you how to make coffee if you watch my course.
AeroPress is
I'll do it.
the superior method.
And you can travel with it as well. Hand grinder, AeroPress, it's all you need. And then you don't have to worry about crap coffee when you travel. It's just easy.
Right.
What's AeroPress? Explain briefly.
I'm like, guys, I drink instant coffee.
Mine, I could go get mine, but it would take me a second. But I also travel with a like a travel stove, Steve. Like mine's called a jet boil.
Seriousness.
So that I can boil water for my jet boil. Because I mean, if I'm on like a road trip, I'll bust out the jet boil like right there at the rest stop. Like we're gonna do this. We're gonna have a cup of proper coffee at this rest stop.
love it.
That's awesome.
I can visualize you at the rest stop pulling out like the stove and lighting the little fire and just waiting.
I mean,
like,
it's little.
I got an AeroPress, guys. It's cool. It's the best. $5. I got you. Like
The truck drivers see me. The
Jimmy
truck
Butler
drivers see
style.
me pulling out a little stove, and they get their hopes up.
yeah, like what's this guy making? I want some. You have like a line of people in front of you every truck stop. You're like, by the way, have you heard of TopShot?
This is Brett, bro. Oh my God! Do you have a line of people in front of you at the truck stop? I think is what he just said.
That is, see.
Okay, so anyways,
Back
AeroPress
to
is best. French press is got to be second best, right? And then pour over.
The thing about coffee is everyone's got an opinion. Over the last few years, it's like homebrew. Everyone makes their own or brews their own or has their method. Like, I'm not going to preach like what your favorite coffee is. Everyone's different. It's subjective, and that's the way it's always going to be.
Yeah, except AeroPress is the best. That's not up for debate. Brett, do you get coffee from that gas station in Texas that everyone talks about? What's it called? Chunkies? Bucky's.
Yes. No, I am a Bucky's fan.
Okay.
But I try to avoid it like the plague as far as going in because everyone goes in, everyone wants to shop. It's an experience. I just want to get cheap gas and like pee really quick and get in, get out. I'm not like a multi-stopper on a road trip. I'm like a drive as long and straight as long like as possible and get it over with. And yeah.
Okay.
But I do like coffee too. So I'm just putting it out there.
Okay. We'll brew you some.
That's it. My buddy in Hawaii has his little coffee farm, so I get beans from him every now and then.
Interesting.
So I do know if you grind your own beans, do the whole thing yourself, it's way different than just buying the ground stuff. So yeah. I'm like level 1.8 out of the coffee scale, so I'm not a noob. But I don't know.
We got Nicole. She just pounds energy drinks.
I also drink instant coffee.
Instant? Okay.
Like good. Starbucks in a glass can or glass thing, or
is that a Canadian shit? I
don't know. What?
Nescafe? It's in like a giant.
No, we got
That's
US wide, I think. Yeah.
That are like $1 McDonald's iced coffees because I like to save my money for moments. So I'm not buying coffee. Guys.
That's got a legendary set to complete.
Yeah, there's a goal here,
So Steve, switching gears a little bit. What can you tell us about this year in TopShot?
First of all, real quick, before you really break it down, I have one question. How long have you been with TopShot now?
It's been 3 years last month, actually.
Wow. Dude, happy 3-year post-month celebration.
Yeah.
That's like 21 years in real time. It's like
it's like,
That's incredible.
That is. Like, I felt it was substantial. I had to ask. Now that gives you a lot of credibility to go into Coultin's question.
I'm going to get you a raise, Steve.
Oh. Is that something we can vote on? I'll vote on that.
He's just throwing his weight around. I'm going to All-Star and I'm going to get you a raise. I don't know how, but I'm going to do it.
Like Braveheart. You just believe the words out of his mouth, even though you probably all going to die. I'm going to want to do the fight with you.
Listen, Roham watches this show. He is an avid. He watches every episode. Sometimes he rewatches them on 0.75.
Well,
Roham, Steve is the absolute best.
The GOAT.
He won't watch this one.
He's like, oh, it's Steve. I'm good.
It'd be funnier if I say that, and he does watch it.
I know. You get a text message, you're like, I watched it.
I probably, yeah.
Like,
I will.
This year's been
I
fun,
really
though.
interrupted you. What was the wonderful question you were about to ask?
Well, it's a loaded question, but I was just wondering what's this year in TopShot been like for you so far? What have you loved? What have you not loved as much? What are you excited for?
Ooh, what have I not loved? What have I loved? With anything TopShot, the thing I don't love is too much complexity, but I am the biggest confuse you lose ethos kind of person. And I think actually there's a lot of things happening that'll, you know, cut things back, clean up dead wood. And I think that how the everything looks, the experience, there's separate teams set up attacking like aggressively different elements, like you've seen activity feed. And those things are moving really fast. And that's just one element. And then you'll see more improvements on activity feed constantly. And you'll see go into more places. And I remember, I think it was actually Thunder Arrow tweeted this a long time ago. Like TopShot is a social platform. They just don't realize it yet. And obviously he was on recently again.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you'll see elements of that really just get amped up as much as like just campaigns getting streamlined. Always we're listening to the collectors, what they want, how we can amplify and make easier the things that they love to do, whether it's stacking, playing fast break. Like even the other day, I think you saw a fast break update where it was much easier to set a lineup.
Yeah. You only have to click
and
one.
I'm not taking credit for that, to be clear. Like it's just, there's just so many awesome people internally that are awesome. And so, yeah, I mean, it's a very broad question. So I guess it's a very broad answer. I think you'll just see a lot of improvements everywhere because we're split into these teams that are attacking these different elements aggressively, whether it be campaigns, social, new users. Like there's so many different elements to the team at the moment. So it's actually really exciting. There's lots of stuff to be excited about. But yeah, obviously, like I said, it's a broad question, so it's a bit of a broad answer.
Yeah, that's okay. I was wondering what your favorite set is this year. Like if you could only complete one set so far.
Rookie debut always has to be there. Yeah, rookie debut always has to be there because it's rookies is just so essential into TopShot, right? And one thing I always love about TopShot is when you sort rookies by high to low, the collectors always get it right. Like that's the rookie of the year. And right now I think Castle is number one. So I always find that interesting. Like Wemby was a clear winner last year, like LaMelo, Banchero, the list goes on. The collectors get it right. So I love that about that. Favorite sets. That's a tough one, to be honest. I lean towards throwdowns because dunks are the most popular type of play in TopShot. So says the data. And then I just lean towards like just as a video geek, like the edits. Some edits just get you. And like, which means some moments just get you in terms of like what they represent and what they are.
I'm sorry, I got lots. I got lots for you, Steve. Since we're talking about edits, last Friday's moment by moment, I did like a brief overview of this year's video game numbers, and I can't recall if the Jokic challenge reward is out as of today, but the Jokic video game numbers reward, I swear they've got footage from like a drone or something.
Yeah, it's from the rafters, right?
Yeah. It's insane.
Yeah, I think that's a first as well.
Yeah, it is. I think it is.
Dude.
We were talking about
one of those
internally.
rafters like the cameras.
It's not a drone. I think from my eye, I think it's literally from like the rafters. So like where they might throw like the parachute shirts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A drone would move around a little bit closer. Like you saw it in the Celtics
the championship
MSFE and the championship banner, and you saw the drone flying around the banner. I think that makes it obvious. Like they're just a really wide angle lens when it's a drone, whereas when it's from the rafters, obviously they zoom in quite a lot.
Well, if you guys haven't watched that moment by now, you're crazy, huh, Brett?
I'll wait for you to cut my moment.
Yeah.
Dedicated.
Video game numbers as an edit as well. Like, I'm not sure. Well, we're working on some pretty sick improvements to those edits as well.
That's my favorite set. I've been trying so long not to say
Really?
something and let y'all talk. Like that's my set. That's the set. For
So
me.
you're glad it came back?
You do what? Yes, dude. I was super pumped. I'm like, reserve, max pack. Oh, I need more money in my bank. I should go work more. Like, yeah, dude. I love it. I'm super pumped for the Challenger. Like, it's just fantastic. Like,
I
that
was
was one of
worried
the
that
first rare sets I ever completed. And I
Really?
was in, especially for my boy Luka was one
Yeah.
of the main guys in the first series of that.
Mhm.
And then I've just loved it ever since because it encapsulates like the best
Yeah.
of that player in a single game,
Performance.
Yeah.
which is just mind blowing every single time that a
Yep.
human can do what they do in every single one of those moments.
And how dope was it? I talked about this on Friday too, but the music, the video game music in video game numbers that goes along with the in-arena audio, so sick. Such a cool touch.
It's just like it keeps getting better. And so by like y'all done such a great job. Denied's coming out, like all this stuff, like every series is getting better and better and crisp and cleaner and the cuts and just like you can tell how hard the team's working just between 1 year ago to even today. It's just some crazy differences that I absolutely love.
Yep.
Yeah, and credit to the league as well who work with us on that. Like the league edited it really. We just sort of conduct it. And when the special effects apply, we apply those. But you know, they took this journey with us. Like there was a time people forget that, you know, there was no audio in moments, and then we got the Kawhi and such in there. Now most good moments of tier have audio and music, and there were a lot of hurdles to overcome to get that to happen. Like there are PA announcers, there's music in the arenas that we don't have rights to. Like there's a lot of stuff going on when you actually listen to the moments unfiltered. And we overcome those hurdles. So that was a big achievement.
Yeah, huge.
You guys are doing awesome though. Like the moments this year have been so good. Like I'm trying not to spend money, and it's causing an issue. I bought 2 denied moments today.
Yeah.
I'm not even going for it, but I was like, you know what? They're too sick not to.
Which one?
I bought a Hawkins, and there was another one. Oh, another Jalen Williams.
Yeah.
All low serial, and I was like, ooh, fast break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Hawkins is priced criminally low right now.
Ridiculous. I'm gonna probably grab another later, but
Steve, I coined a new term on one of these shows recently. I said it's priced very collector friendly.
I like it.
Fair.
It's not cheap. It's collector friendly.
Collector friendly.
Because Coultin doesn't speak broke.
I smell broke.
Steve, so I gotta ask, 3 years of being here, just celebrating, you've had to have done some pretty epic, some pretty cool stuff. Like whether you've gone, you've flown, met people, like what are some of your highlights of being with TopShot over the last 3 years? Whether it's conversations over the phone with the athlete or meet in person or collecting, just anything.
Yeah, I think
Especially
you reminded me of.
Tell us about the yacht, obviously, since Roham's listening.
I haven't seen it, but maybe one day. But no, you reminded me of 2 things. One, when I was YouTubing, I remember saying something like, I'd never been to an NBA game before, never been to America. And I just said, I have a feeling that TopShot will have something to do with me going to my first NBA game. And like it was years after, right? But I think it was last year that came true. Like Summer League. No, sorry, the year before last, the Summer League, Wemby Summer League. They were my first games. Then again in December, saw a Lakers doubleheader. An LA doubleheader, like Clippers Warriors, then Lakers Rockets. Was in a moment for Paul George's game winner at the buzzer, practically a hollow icon moment.
Try not to smile or anything. Game. I mean, that's not like it's cool.
I was going for the Warriors, and then Paul George just drained the three.
What? Like that's like so badly want to be in a moment. Like I've gone.
Like you have to like adjust the brightness and zoom in, but I'm claiming it. I'm there.
Yeah.
Epic, dude. That's epic.
There was also a Kuminga throwdowns from that game that was minted, and it was I love it.
Yeah.
And then the Lakers game was when LeBron got thrown out for having an argument with Ime Udoka. So that's the only memory I have of that game. But more to the point, like, yeah, like meeting athletes, meeting NBA personalities, like whether it be from players like Gary Payton to Doris Burke, like my role has never not evolved and changed and done different things. And even now it's many hats, it's Swiss Army knife. And I love it that way. It doesn't suit everyone, but I kind of love it that way. Like nothing's ever the same. It's never boring. Like even I think it was the Gary Payton one actually. Like I said to Jacob, like, do you need me there? Because I really got this stuff to do. And he's like, did you ever think you'd get to the point where you would turn down meeting NBA players? And I was like, oh man, that's a good point. But and I think you went to that, Coultin, as well. But anyway, it was the right thing to do to get some stuff done. But there's so many, and there's so many great people to speak of as well. You know, I've mentioned Jacob, you've mentioned Roham. They're two of the many greats that I've had the pleasure to work with and learn from. And so, yeah, like I could probably go on all day talking about the amazing sort of experiences and cool things. But really, like if you were to tell me 5 years ago how ingrained or working with the NBA IP I would be, I would have thought it crazy. And that's the beauty of it. Like I'm working with a IP that I'm very passionate about, and working with people in the league or the players in the league. And that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. I would agree, Steve.
Yeah, I mean, it's all right. It's whatever. I love how
like,
that's epic.
I'm not texting Luka Doncic or anything like that. Let's be honest, but it's really cool. If you feel invested into the game.
Yeah, I just gotta say, if you are texting him randomly, please tell him Dallas wants him back, regardless of whatever else we miss.
It was
we love him. So. It's a crime. Yeah, I mean,
I really didn't even mean to bring that up.
Yeah,
I don't even sure why I said Luka the first episode after the trade deadline, but yeah, man.
I mean, you're asking for it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, there's people that got traded way more. He only got traded once, you know. Dennis Schroeder, 4 different teams in 24 hours.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, I've got to buy a plane ticket here. Oh wait, here. Oh wait, here. Oh,
he was on the Jazz for a couple of years.
Yeah. He's just sitting in the airport currently.
Just waiting
to find out. A tracksuit on because he's like, am I going to Detroit? Am I going somewhere warm? We'll see.
Yeah.
His plane's just getting refueled in the air.
Nicole, I'm so sorry that your Raptors lost a legend in Kelly Olynyk.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was a little stressed that we were gonna lose like Grady or something. I was a little panicked last night. I was like, what is my life going on to? If this
I knew you'd bring this up as well, Coultin. I knew you'd bring this up. I remember sending a picture of Kelly Olynyk playing for Canada in Vegas, and like, there's your guy. I was like, as soon as I saw that trade, I was like, oh, Coultin's gonna be crying.
He was so happy.
I love Kelly Olynyk.
I don't understand why we traded for Brandon Ingram. Like, I mean, dude's injured. This is what's bothering.
Why would you trade a Canadian legend? Is just that made almost as little sense as trading Luka Doncic.
You know how hard it is to get people who want to be on the Raptors? Like,
I do, because I am a Jazz fan.
Yeah. You get it.
Speaking of a Jazz fan, what jersey are you wearing right now? I just wanted to know. Jazz
fan. Reggie Miller.
Oh, okay. Cool. Go Jazz.
Yeah.
The irony is the Jazz jerseys are sick as well. They're really cool.
Especially the new ones.
Oh, yeah.
Those new black ones, I got to get one.
I was this close to pulling the trigger on a Patty Mills one.
I know. It's maybe good you didn't. I don't know.
Maybe good.
He's now a Clipper, right?
Yeah, he's a Clipper. Hopefully he gets a minute.
Well, at least
probably not, because they all got who they just get? Bogdanovic, who's an awesome 3-point shooter if he's playing for Serbia, especially.
But Patty's going to get playoff minutes, I bet you. I bet you he'll be in the rotation in the playoffs.
Yeah, I still believe in Patty, but I do have the blinders on for any Aussie.
Yeah.
Who and so should you, by the way.
Steve, I'm sure you've already told this story, but being in Australia, what was the player or the team that was there one that really like hooked you on the NBA?
Ooh. On the NBA, no. It was Jordan that hooked everyone on the NBA, like worldwide.
Yeah.
I think Longley created the pathway for Australians to play in university and then, or at college, and then the NBA. He was very early on. Andrew Gaze is not an NBA legend, but he's an NBL or Australian legend. He literally came over, sat on the bench on the Spurs in '99, got a chip, came back home. 100% win rate. Can't argue with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He had a strong influence. But yeah, having Luke Longley on the Chicago Bulls was a big influence on Australia in the second three-peat. Like, it's like, wow, we've got a guy over there winning. Like, of course he's winning. He's with Jordan, but he was a star in his role. Yeah. And then since then, like, I think I retweeted something lately. Like, now that Patty Mills has gone to the Clippers, every NBA team has been represented by an Aussie now. And if you said that in the 90s or even 2000s, like, you would not have thought that possible. It just goes to show how much those little things expand and how the NBA in general has become more international, but exemplified by that as well by Australians.
Yep.
Totally.
Jazz had Dante Exum. I had high hopes for him.
Yeah.
Aussie. University of Utah, former #1 pick Andrew Bogut.
His father, I probably met Dante actually, but I've met his father a few times. He played for Geelong, which is my closest city where I live, which is near Melbourne in the NBL. So,
Really?
Yeah. Cecil Exum, I think it is. I'm missing the name, but yeah, I still have his basketball card. Play for the Geelong Supercats. But yeah,
that's
so
awesome.
he came from my area.
Awesome. Do you ever see LaMelo Ball play when he was down in Australia?
I did not, because the NBL since then like downgraded and had less teams. So there's a few teams in Melbourne, a bit further away. I could get there, but it's just more effort. But no, I didn't go that year when he was down here.
Was it a COVID year that he was down there? Now that I'm thinking about it, it might have.
I don't think so. I think it was maybe before, because otherwise they wouldn't have been playing.
He was drafted, I think, in the COVID year.
Okay. Yeah, I can't remember specifically. And he didn't play that many games as well. Like, some games he would have off, almost like he had a minutes restriction or something. But yeah.
Yeah. His ankles need that.
Yeah.
Yeah. For real.
Manage it.
Joe Ingles has got to be the greatest Australian of all time, though. Can we all agree?
If nothing else, just for the banter. Like, there's some good YouTube videos of him. It's just like 8 minutes of Joe Ingles being a troll and just like, go enjoy.
All George's worst nightmare.
All George's worst nightmare,
yeah. That's an understatement. That dude's head.
So Steve, do you got any exciting news or anything on the horizon that you want to talk about? And you can say no.
I mean, there is. I'm just trying to filter what I can say. I think All-Star is going to be fun. I think by the time this comes out, we would have announced that Matas Buzelis, who's in the dunk competition, will be partnering with him. We'll have some collectors who get to meet him. We'll have, another happy hour at All-Star weekends, and Tristan Da Silva, who's turning into a Magic star, will be there.
Let's go.
As far as I know. And so I think that'll be a lot of fun. So there'll be things for people to do outside of that, especially at crossover, and people can get involved in TopShot. And I think you'll see that throughout the weekend. So I think we'll be well represented, actually. Like, there's going to be people from the community that are there. There's going to be someone at every day at All-Star, I think, representing NBA TopShot. So like, I think there'll be someone at the Rising Stars game, like collectors. I mean, like, there'll be collectors at the Rising Stars game. There'll be collectors at All-Star Saturday, All-Star Sunday. There'll be NBA crossover, which people can get involved in as well. So there's actually quite a bit going on. And there's even more than that I haven't even mentioned, just in case. but yeah, I think All-Star Weekend's going to be fun. And also for people that aren't in San Francisco as well. Like, it's not like you have to be there. I think we'll have some stuff for everyone.
That's exciting.
So sick.
And the set arts for All-Star are looking sick as well. Like, I just saw them today.
Wait, say that again.
The set art.
Okay, I didn't dare ask, but I was wondering if we were gonna see All-Star moments. I kind of figured, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, you'll see some.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Gonna be rewarded for this because
I love the smile that you have. It's so like I'm not telling you, but
I know.
my smile is. I am a male model on the side too. Yes.
I was trying to hear Nicole in the background. I couldn't hear what she was saying.
Uh-huh.
I was just seeing, set rewards. Am I going to be rewarded for holding sets?
I don't actually know. To be honest.
Yeah, I like the All-Star stuff. I think it's pretty cool.
I do too.
If you have a video game number set, you do get rewarded. I'm just saying, if you feel like that, because it's pretty awesome.
I smell broke. I can't do that.
As she completes a legendary set.
Well, Steve's living in the future. I'm living in the past. I'm going back to Series 4 to complete.
Yeah, that's true. Steve is living in the future.
Yeah, and I'm way back where I'm just trying to figure it out.
Matas started kind of I don't want to say slow, but like he didn't miss the other night, right? Didn't he have a night where he went 100% or something crazy?
Yeah.
I believe he did.
And I'm excited to see I saw an interview with him where he said that Zach LaVine was working with him on some dunks, and that he said he's got 2 dunks that he doesn't think. I don't remember if he said they've never been done or if nobody's seen them, something to that effect. So
those are big words.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I think he's got a lot of potential. He's I am quite bullish on him. I think he's a bit of a sleeper. Like, how some people need a year or two to for people to really notice him. I think he's one of them, but like he's got some potential. I like him a lot.
Like Grady Dick. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
He's doing so good or not making any Grady Dick comments at all. I'm going to continue
I don't think he's a rising star, okay? Because
no, I already passed over the Canadian Grady Dick comments. I'm going to keep going. I do love that players are going to meet. I mean, like collectors are meeting players. There's cool, like to be able to have a group of collectors to be able to get on and share screen time or talk to of NBA players is just awesome. Like, I love that how over the last year we've seen more and more of that in partnership with players and things. So that's exciting, that especially built around All-Star, but moving forward too, I assume that that's going to continue. So I'm just waiting for the time that it's like, it's Luka and I get picked. And I'm still going to wear a Mavs jersey.
Yeah, that would be amazing now, wouldn't it?
Just like the Lakers so much.
It will be Luka. That guy is not friendly, bro.
He'd be friendly to me, just not you. He knows.
Yeah, but when he finds out Coultin.
Slovenian too. Good words though.
Kyrie, maybe.
Dude, yeah. I saw Kyrie's super cool. I saw him the other day leaving the supermarket. And like,
no, you didn't.
Like, throwing deuces to people. Yeah.
You're telling the truth right now?
Yeah, no joke.
Seriously?
Legit. Yeah. I'm not joking. He was throwing deuces up and just a normal guy.
Was it
like everything within me not to run? I'd be like,
yeah.
Are you pissed too about Luka? That would have been the first thing I said to the man.
Oh, dude.
Which I already know he is. I can't. I'm going to get over it. One episode, I won't even talk about it at all. But baby steps. What about Bob? Great movie if you haven't seen it.
Oh, yes.
Go watch What About Bob?
Oh, yes.
Fantastic.
Baby steps.
I'm telling you, it's worth it. Yes, I'm old, but yeah.
Is this corn hand shucked?
We can't start quoting because I know there's some faces on this podcast. I'm not going to say that are like, what are they talking about? Baby step myself to the corner. All-Star Weekend is going to be sick. I can't wait to see the pack art keeps getting better and better too. Like, you keep thinking about things that you said earlier. We went out. Did you just double raise your eyebrows? That was
I love the creative team, working with them is one of the great pleasures always. It's just like every time they post something, it's just like a Slack emoji monsoon of just like, that's fire. And they just keep delivering. It's so much fun. And like you give them a little bit of direction of just like, hey, I'm thinking this. Here's a couple examples. I like that from that, this from this. And then they just cook. And it's really fun to see. And it's really even better to see when people like you actually point it out and say, oh, wow, that looks sick. Because I think that validates everything they do and everything we feel. But, you know, you're not sure until you release it. So, yeah, I think it's really awesome.
You got to send them a DM for us, for everyone. The legendaries from the finals last year are unreal. With the audio that's mixed in on those is unbelievable.
They get the A+ treatment.
So good.
The rookie revelations too.
Yeah, everything legendary gets just the A+ treatment. They should stand out, you know. Like if you've got them on a crypto slab card or an IO, like you want them to pop. And when you're watching them, like they turn into an experience themselves now, you know. So I love that about them.
Yeah, I think that's so sick. I just love draft footage. I think that's like the best to me in a moment.
Yep.
Yeah, that was another hurdle that we overcome as well, and I think we're really proud of it. It just makes so much sense as well. Like that's where their journey starts. That's the story.
100%.
Yeah. Why not put it in a moment?
Right.
100%.
Steve, do you have you're not a stacker, are you? You don't stack.
I did back in the day. I stacked Paddy.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right.
Yeah.
And then that day he went nuts in LA on Christmas. Everyone was like hating me because I had stacks of Paddy Mills and he was needed for like a flash challenge that night.
Oh gosh.
Everyone was like, I hate Paddy Mills. I was just like, tough.
You're like, I don't. I love them. This is fantastic. I have all of them. You're mine.
Yeah, that was. It got to the point where like people never valued Paddy Mills and they would just send them to me, like every now and then, like not everyone. And I was just like, oh, yeah, I love it. I don't care. It's cereal, whatever. Stack them up.
Stack them rooks.
Do you have a favorite moment of 24-25? I should have
2025
because it would have been way harder of all time.
Right. No.
Maybe Steph NBA Cup game winner, kind of over against Dallas, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's why I said ooh.
And screaming in the camera.
And he runs.
I made that I made that like my PFP internally in Slack for a while, just for a laugh of just Steph yelling at the camera.
Yeah. That was
that one stood out to me. In honesty, quite often I find myself like not collecting as much as I want to because I get so busy doing stuff for the product that I don't get to actually collect the product, which is super annoying. But that one stands out for me just from a Steph point of view and as a Steph lover.
The cup set was awesome this year. Hot take?
Statement.
I was waiting for the second half of the sentence.
Well,
it wasn't my favorite set. I feel mixed on the cup, guys. I feel mixed on the whole tournament, if I'm being honest with you. But maybe it's just me and I love rookies. So maybe that's more where I'm leaning, but
you love stacking them rooks.
Yeah, I do. Maybe it's just that the cup was like, there's a lack of Raptors for me, you know? We're not that great of a team right now.
Yeah, I feel that.
I will say, being a soccer fan as well, or like Premier League, specifically England, there is validity in the cup. And that's exactly what they're trying to replicate. Like the oldest competitions in the world are cup competitions. They're not league competitions.
Right.
Specifically like the FA Cup. And they theoretically give the chance, like in the FA Cup, a team that is not even in the 5th tier of the league can win the FA Cup. And if they get one matchup against like a Manchester United or something, they're going bank because they just get that one revenue of that big game in a big stadium. That doesn't really apply to the NBA because they're not bringing up G League to play against the Lakers or anything like that. But the validity of a team like the Raptors being able to win a trophy is there. That's a real reality because on any day you can beat anyone. and anyone can have a stinker.
Yeah.
So I think it just needs time to build up. I was thinking about this as well. Like, I don't know how we felt in December before the NBA Cup now, because it was like 3 years ago. And like, were we bored back in December? Like, it's almost like I don't even remember because I have recency biased. But
Yeah.
those games did mean something, especially when they got to the quarters.
Yeah, totally. So the Steph Lego is your favorite moment, and you said the rookie set is your favorite set. Did I get that?
I think the rookie set, I don't really have a favorite set, but I think the rookie set makes sense. But my favorite moment, because you said from this year, but all time it might be Bogut behind the back pass to Steph, which is a run it back series 1. Hot take. It's a Bogut moment, but I haven't even got it yet. But that's one I've had my eye on forever. I haven't looked at it in a long time, but because it's got an Aussie, it's passing to Steph. That's probably my favorite moment. And the ones that I mentioned that I was actually at, they mean something to me as well.
Yeah.
You know, those moments might be collector friendly right now. So
I better check it out.
If you're on your list, watch list.
Do you have any moments? Do you have any moments in any slabs yet, Steve?
No, I don't have any slabs. Mainly because I feel bad about asking someone to send me internationally. I know that we are very interested in crypto card slabs. Like they're super cool. Like it's just not even within debate. So I think you'll see more stuff like together with them because we love them.
Yeah.
Nice. That's cool.
I think that's amazing. I think it's the best way to display your moments.
Yeah.
I'm being honest, because whenever people come over and they see that slab, they always ask me about it. Where like when it's digital, like, I mean, my friends know about it, but they're less interested. Maybe it's because they have no interest in basketball. But like, I just think it's cool to show people, and it looks so much like an actual card slab, and that's what I love.
That's what's dope.
That's what I was going to say as well.
Infinite Objects did great with their presentation. They're beautiful, but crypto card slabs, it itches that itch of having the plaque, the information at the top. You know, instead of PSA 10, it's the serial number.
Yeah,
I have a few on the way.
And it's
and they make
size.
Yeah.
The size being like pretty much exact to the slab. Like chef's kiss.
I DM'd. They're so cool to work with, but I DM'd them, and I was like, obviously as a joke, but not as a joke. I mean, like I have the Pikachu necklace. I do a lot of weird things. I got a Reggie Miller jersey on. I gotta rock one as a necklace, like just like Jalen Green did in the dunk contest, which was crazy. Remember when Jalen Green wore a freaking Infinite Object in the dunk contest? Steve, I know you do.
Yeah, I remember that.
Dope. So
dope is one word for it.
Yeah.
I thought it was dope. I mean, it didn't add to his dunk.
You want to see the moment of the guy with the Infinite Object on?
It was. What? Never mind. Steve's in the future. We're gonna be like Logan or Jake Paul and wear our slabs as necklaces, just like he did with his Charizard. I don't remember which Paul brother it was.
I think it was Logan, but I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I do. Thank you. I do too.
It'd be cool to rock one of those to a game. You know what I mean? Like take it with you on a chain to a game.
Yeah.
Coultin's so dedicated though. Like he'll rock the TopShot hat, the T-shirt, the moment, and then he'll be like, "I'll buy you a beer, but you have to listen to my pitch about TopShot for 5 minutes." And that's the kind of dedication we need here. Like I am pro Coultin at every event because this man puts in the work.
We got to get Nicole there with me.
Oh my goodness!
I think that's like that's a recipe right there.
That is a recipe for onboarding.
It's a recipe.
I don't know. I didn't know what. I'm not disaster, but like a golden, you know.
Yeah.
The right word because I think it's such a good idea.
Summer League. You gonna be at Summer League, Steve? I mean, that's
I might be. It's still early doors, but I might be. Yeah, which is
the three of us are gonna be there.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Now
confirmed.
It's
yeah.
Yeah, I haven't got that confirmed yet. Only whispers, but it's possible. I'd really love to be there because it's where I think. Second of all, it's like the biggest networking event it's the biggest networking event in the NBA. All Star being the second, but for TopShot collectors, I think it's the biggest. Like there just seems to be a accumulation of legends that just end up there.
Yep, like us three this summer.
It's gonna be so exciting.
Turn those whispers into shouts, Steve. Join us.
I'm not even that excited to be at Vegas, to be honest. Like, but it's almost like it's gone beyond the place. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But like, it's not even about you when you're around like people that are fun or like-minded. It just becomes something else entirely, and a real vibe. And last year it was a real vibe, and a lot of fun. Sentiment was really high. Matas was there. You know, the NLL shouts out to them. They were there, and we're, you know, at MGM, we're at games, and it was just, like I said, so many legends that it was just so much fun. And then the heat becomes secondary.
Yeah, totally. Just go outside as little as possible. And this summer we're gonna have Cooper Flag in the Jazz jersey to watch.
Oh,
you know what's gonna piss me off, you guys?
A lot of
things. What's going to piss me off when my broke ass can't afford my own team's rookie legendary and rookie rares. Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm going to get like 2 rookie moments and
look at everyone else. This with Wemby?
Yeah.
It was like, oh, you want his legendary? 10 grand. How about it?
Well, good luck.
I'm laughing. I'm like, look at Grady, guys. He was chill.
Jeez.
Yeah, he was more collector friendly.
Yeah.
But you know
hey,
what?
You're at Summer League. Put it on black. Let it ride.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know, buy yourself a Wemby.
But I think also, like, even with Wemby and presumably Flag, there's always a way. Like, it could be in a $5 pack.
Yeah.
There's always a chance. There could be a leaderboard. There could be a contest. Like, that's very front of mind. Like, you know, whether it be some sort of zeitgeist moment in the NBA. All right, yeah, okay, maybe that's legendary worthy. But how can we get people who are priced out a chance? Like, and there's always a consideration there. There's always a way where we can accommodate that.
Yeah, I think
trying to give you hope, Coultin.
I used to whisper.
You're telling me there's a chance
about favorite team locking, but those are the times when you think about stuff like that, like being able to. But I mean, we still see it happen with the NBA Cup. People got sent to the Cup that locked Cup moments. So,
yeah,
I believe.
Well, we do use favorite team to an extent. Like most people, we can see when people change their favorite team.
No, you see everything.
We can snapshot people favorite team only, and we have done that before. Like, it's not totally out of the realm of what's been done.
Right.
Even last year, I got a legendary rookie revelation off of the weighted leaderboard.
You did?
I did. I got it off the weighted leaderboard, the Grady Dick legendary.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so when they did it, it was like, I think
you don't tell me anything anymore, Nicole.
I tweeted this.
She's getting tired talking about Grady, I think.
I feel like you've changed.
I'll never be done. I have
changed. Since you became the floaty spokesperson.
They sucked me in, and now I keep everything hush-hush until I make all my moves and then sell you guys back everything at double the price, but on floated for less fees.
Oh my
There's a plan. There's a plan.
There's a plan. There's also a plan for Steve to join us at Summer League. So we solidified it. Motion passed, seconded, third. All right, perfect.
Yep.
Are you going to do a live show or something at Summer League? What's the plan?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Live.
Yeah, he's like, if you have a plan, maybe I'll go. We have everything you're about to ask for. We have it. If you will come,
we've been chatting. We've got like some hotel ideas. And then we're going to do a couple. We're going to do a couple live shows. We've got some ideas with Queso and Brett. A lot of them we're not ready to really talk about. Like,
well, now who's holding back?
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
You're going to need Brett's OnlyFans for some of this, but yeah, I'm hoping that we have a strong crew at Summer League.
Okay.
Why are we
Yeah.
talking about Summer League? It's like in so long. I'm sorry. All-Star is in a few days, and I'm talking about Summer League.
You gotta have something to look forward to.
All-Star.
Steve, who do you think's winning the championship this year? The NBA championship.
I bet you're not going to say the Dallas Mavericks right now.
I'm not.
No.
I would love to see something like OKC versus the Cavs in the finals.
Yeah.
Because I love to
Let's
see.
go.
Great.
I love to see two teams that have never done it before. So in either way, you're
Yep.
seeing history.
Yeah.
The Celtics is the easy take. I don't know if the Cavs can overcome them, but I'd
Yes, they
love to
can.
see someone new in the finals, and then those two teams go at it. That would be really cool.
Yeah. Celtics
Support.
are not going to the finals. Sorry, Treat. It's not happening.
The Eastern Conference Finals is going to be awesome. Because
Yeah, it's going to be better than last year.
It's got to be Cavs Celtics. If it's not, we got ripped off. And I don't know who I would pick to win. Cavs are legit.
They're legit. But they got toasted by the Celtics recently. And the East is kind of a wild card. Like, what happens if Philly magically work it out with the talent that they actually have? What happens if who was the other one that made some moves? Like, I can't even remember now because the rosters are vague after trade deadline day.
I know it takes a week.
But like, hopefully I'd love to see that 1-2 matchup in the East. And I'd love to see someone who hasn't been there in the finals go head to head.
Yeah. Be cool to see Donovan in the finals. Former Jazz great.
I love Donovan actually. Like he's a hard worker, skilled, highlight reel. Like he's not as valued as I think he maybe should be.
I agree. And yeah, I think I wish that, dude, Brett, I'm so like,
I know.
We deserved a Mavs versus Thunder. Like, we deserved that.
You know what? Someone asked me in the group, they're like, "Oh, are you gonna still buy Mavs merch and like buy Mavs moments?" And I was like, "Look, I'm not a bandwagon person. I'm a diehard everything Dallas fan, and I always will be, no matter how dumb or smart our owners are, our managers, our coaches. Whether I think that's the stupidest or the best move in the world, I will live and die with the Mavs. And you know, so I'm also a realist, and I don't like my chance at going to the championship. And if I had to choose someone, it would be OKC, because our series last year was just ridiculous with them. I was terrified. Like, we weren't like, if they, so that game easily could have gone the other way. They could have won that series. Like, I would love to see them and the Cavs. As long as the Celtics don't go, I will still be happy this year. Bottom line. So that's it. That's all I can say about it.
I would love to see the Celtics in there again, but
I feel like for Torque and King, we need them not to, because I don't know if they can take another year of Treat and his Celtics talk. I'm worried about them. Like, I think we'll have a welfare check. It's just not going to be good, you know?
No one can take another year of Treat. The Celtics, if they win.
Well,
no.
I'm sure everyone's noticed
Not even
Treat's not really
TopShot.
on
I
the
don't think
show
you
ever
can handle
anymore.
it. Jeez.
Treat got voted off the island.
With his pitchfork, we're like, get off.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I can't wait for the next video.
So will Jokic win? Oh, your camera is way too hot, Steve.
That is so. You are physically so beautiful. Your camera said, no, I cannot look at you anymore. You have internally melted my camera view. Because
I'm trying to fix it.
That happens to Brett all the time.
I knew you were a male model. I just didn't know how hot you were until this exact moment.
Oh, it won't let me change either. Damn.
Well, we can still hear
if
you.
took your clothes off, your whole computer would stop working. Don't change. Stay clothed. Oh my gosh.
I was trying not to bring up the weather this whole time because I know how cold it is over there on the East Coast, and I'm just like in the opposite sort of climate and sweltering right now, and my camera obviously just quit on me.
Is it hot there right now?
Yeah, it's like Vegas hot.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. What I would
Today.
do. What I would do to be able to go outside in a t-shirt.
I'm a hoodie person. I'm liking this cold here in Canada, guys.
You don't really have a choice, though, do you?
Do you
No,
guys
that's a
think,
choice.
I had one other question. Is Shea gonna get MVP or will Jokic get MVP?
Oh,
Shea's got my vote. I think Jokic is the default, but Shea's got my vote. I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
What's he, 350-point games in last 7 games? Like, he's making a run.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
going nuts.
That's called video game numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, luckily we get a video game numbers challenge reward of Shea dropping 50 something on the Jazz.
Oh,
Steve, can you crunch some numbers for me with your TopShot analytics? I am convinced that the Utah Jazz are on the other end of more moments than any team.
I don't know. I feel like I've seen the Pistons getting the tail end of game winners recently.
Yep.
Like they're getting a lot of game winners posted against them. And Cade got one for himself, in fairness. But that's just something else I've noticed recently. So, like, chin up. You made your bed. You got your picks.
Could have ever said is chin up. Like, so happy with your beautiful smile, and you're like,
and I have no
what was
choice
what was the tweet I sent you, Coultin? It was like 2 people were holding like this couch or piece of heavy thing, and there was this one guy that was just pretending to help along the way, and he was like, "That's the Jazz in every trade, just like pretending to help. I'll get some picks." It's so true.
The Jazz acquired 5 second-round picks and Kenyon Martin Jr., right, for Drew Eubanks and Patty Mills. Jazz have more draft picks than Danny Ainge can count to.
Y'all can't. How are you even going to use them all?
It's hard to cheer for draft picks, though.
I don't know, because look at what OKC's done with their draft picks, you know?
Yeah.
And they still have.
It could be beautiful.
That's what's scary, is the Thunder still have.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna say this on the record. This is a hot take. The Thunder are not going to win the championship this year.
Wow.
But they're going to win it next year. Because a team like the Thunder, in my opinion, needs to go, and they got to suffer that like heartbreaking loss like the Dallas Mavericks did last year.
God, you knew you were going to
then
say
run it back
whatever.
And be unstoppable. Is that a hot take?
No, there's always a moment where a team meets their maker and then overcomes their maker.
Right.
Like the Bulls, Pistons,
right.
2022 Celtics to the Celtics of now. Like there's just countless examples of that. Very rarely does it just click and it work and you get there.
Right.
So I don't think it is a hot take.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's wrong anyways. Huh.
I'm just waiting for in 10 years when it's a Raptors Jazz.
For what, Nicole?
Raptors Jazz in 10 years was cold.
Oh my God.
That's what we're holding to right now.
Do you know how many people would be pissed if it was a Raptors Jazz finals?
Well, we wouldn't though.
We would be psyched.
That's a hot take 10 years from now. If it comes true, like, wow.
It is. I time stamped all this shit because it's going to come true.
Oh, you're right. I believe that more likely than I believe whatever Coultin was talking about earlier. I already forgot. I mean, drinking is like no sugar, Dr. Pepper.
Like Steve will
Did you know that I enjoy 2 different beverages simultaneously?
Let Banana talk. You're always shutting her down.
God, why am I on this?
To talk. This is your time. Go. You're
now
wasting
I'm nervous.
it.
I can't talk soon. God. I was just going to say Steve's in the future, so he'll know if the Raptors and Jazz are in the finals before the rest of us do. So it's all on you, Steve.
They're not.
All right.
I was about to say in 10 years, and he's like, just no, never. Infinity. No.
They the Jazz trade flag to the Lakers. No, I don't know.
That's why I hate.
I just like saying the politically incorrect thing at the wrong time. It makes me laugh. And that's all
that was 100% politically correct. That was spot on. You couldn't have.
I mean, it might be. Cooper Flag is real though. Like he trained with Team USA before the Olympics, and like he held his own, and everyone was like, "Damn, he's still in college."
Yeah, he was giving AD buckets when he was 17.
Yeah, he's worth the wait.
Yeah. I hope he comes to the Jazz. Brett, are you excited about AD? He's good.
I'm not excited.
Yeah.
my sadness of Luka overshadows my excitement of AD.
Or of anything. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not anything. Like, sex is amazing. Like, let's do that. Like, not anything. Anything's a broad term. In general, basketball, team talk, then yes. I mean, pretty much anything basketball related. I mean, I choose Queso, but yeah, I like him as a player. I was always an AD fan. It's just like, bro, it's Luka. Like, what?
Yeah.
That's, like, that's all I
Yeah.
can say. So to me, like, it doesn't make sense. But diehard Mavs fan, like, maybe it'll make sense later at some future date. Kind of
Yeah,
like
well,
when
Steve, let us know if it ever
City
makes
Utah
sense.
Jazz, that's when I'll figure out what happened in the finals.
I got a question for you, Brett. Though, if the Mavs won it all,
Oh my god,
would you still regret the Luka trade? Because I was pissed about DeMar with Kawhi, but we won it all, and I'm not so pissed anymore.
Look, if you win, you forgot everything else that happened.
Yeah, I totally
Like,
know
let's
about
face
that.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happened to your team. If your team wins at the end of the year, who cares? You already forgot it. You'll never think about it again. It was the best. I knew it was. Every non-true fan will be like, it was the best decision. I told you. I'm so glad they got rid of Luka. And you're going to be like, oh, you were the one crying. You called me. I had the voicemail. So I don't know. I pray the future is good with the Mavs. I'm going to root for them either way.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy the moments. It's going to be really hard for me to buy a Luka Lakers moment. But I also just love Luka so much as a player. I'm the guy who says he's a whiny baby, by the way. But I love him and respect him as a player so much.
Yeah, same.
I'm still gonna buy the. I don't want to say it out loud. I'm still gonna buy the moment. Okay. Yeah, it's all your fault, Steve. Take that.
It is my fault. I said it in the green room, and I probably wasted the story there. But like, I had a community grant from Slovenia who were going to do a watch party before the trade around Luka and a Dallas game. And I emailed after the trade and I was like, do you guys still want to do this? And they were like, yeah, the Lakers are playing the same day. We're just going to support them from now on. We're all Laker fans. And I was just like, okay, respect. I would probably follow my countrymen as well. But like, it was just such a quick pivot. And I did think it was kind of funny. But yeah, you don't think about that stuff, like how they think about it over there. And then I think that's also one of the beauties of my job. It's just like, I'm so talking to so many different people in the community, and you wouldn't even think that I'd be talking to someone from Slovenia or Turkey or wherever else that people are contacting us, who just want to do stuff and talk about TopShot. It's amazing. But yeah, that one did make me chuckle.
And good for them. I'm proud that they're still doing it because again, it's Luka. I'm always gonna like him no matter where he goes. Low key, I'm hoping he's kind of like LeBron, the left like Cleveland, and then eventually came back. Like he comes back to the Mavs.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's a shot.
Crazy things have happened.
Yeah. Geez, I don't know if it's the alpha or it was sad when we're talking about Luka. This is an hour and 8 minutes in. Three ball's he's probably already crying because we ruined everything for him. We should probably last thoughts, questions, comments. I can't stop staring at your beautiful face that melted a camera. Literally, I don't even know where to go. Banana, let's give you the floor. We're gonna wrap it up. You go first. Ladies first.
I don't know what to say here. I didn't melt the camera. Congrats, Steve. It might not be your debut, but you melted the camera, and that's the first time on this podcast. So shout out. Thank you for giving us all the inside scoop on All-Star Weekend. Can't wait to see what TopShot does. And thanks for hanging, guys. Had a great time.
Oh my, that was fantastic. Steve is such a polite guy. He's ready to talk immediately. Look at him.
It has flown by all the time, but no, my pleasure. Look forward to all the good things coming in fast break. I didn't even mention that.
No, time out. You go last, Steve. You're running everything. Coultin, you go. You're so good looking. You're just distracted.
This was a fun episode. I just confirmed we are going to have an episode 2 with Steve soon. I just confirmed that right now. Or
Oh,
part 2 of this
part
episode,
2.
third.
Yeah.
And Steve, thank you for coming on, and huge thanks too. A lot of people don't know that Steve was instrumental in so much of what the community enjoyed with the captain's program. Insane amounts of communication from Steve to all the teams. He doesn't sleep. This man does not sleep. I'm not kidding. Like, I've DM'd Steve at weird hours for him, and he replies like that. No, Brad, he's in a different time zone. I'll explain time zones later.
I know, but
CNC after dark.
This is your time to speak. I'm not taking it.
Okay, thank you. So, Steve, I really appreciate all that you have done for the TopShot community that most people have no idea you've done. So, thank you. You've made collecting and connecting a much better experience.
You're too kind, but I would just say thank you to the community, because they are the guiding light. Like, my opinion is the accumulation of all the opinions of the community. If something sucks, it's because it's an accumulation of them, and vice versa. So that's what I really take, and that's when I get aggressive internally about certain things, because I'm always sort of translating that if I need to. And yeah, if there's people with passion, that's like the one thing that you can't teach. Like, you can't force this stuff. People like you have it, and we love that, and we appreciate it, and we want to build this thing for you.
Yes. Were you going to say something about Fast Break?
Yeah, I ruined everything.
Really cool prize for All-Star and Fast Break. Stay tuned. You might even know it by the time that this is out, but a really cool prize, never been done before. Yeah.
A collector is going to be in the dunk contest. That is going to be awesome.
You're going to jump over me?
No, I didn't say that.
We're going to have
jump over me, dip a chip of queso, eat it, and then windmill it.
Brett, what do you think? You got any closing thoughts?
Bro, I did, but you said were beautiful words. She said beautiful words, and then I keep looking at him, and I'm just like, it's crazy.
I had to turn my brightness down.
Dude, Steve, like, you're a legend. The fact that you went from the bank to like pretty much superhuman powers with TopShot, involved in more things than you probably want to even be involved in, but somehow you still want to be involved in them. And it's like, I don't know how you do what you do. And people forget that behind TopShot, behind the moments, are the people. And you are our people. We appreciate you. Like, we are all so pumped that you're going to be here. And part 2 coming, you already signed a contract. Coultin already sent me the proof. Like, just thank you for doing what you do. And thank you for being you, because it's awesome. And it's great. Things are continuing to get better. And we're pumped that you're on, man. So I'm going to stop talking.
You guys are too kind. You guys are so close to like where we are in terms of passion and what we want. Like, you'd be surprised how close we are in terms of mindset. So, we appreciate you. It's fantastic.
All right. This is crazy. Episode 86.5, Collectin and Connectin, Coultin, King Brett, BananaMac, and the man, the myth, the TopShot legend, Steve. Have a great day. Thanks, everyone.
See you guys at All-Star.
We have new episodes every Tuesday, so make sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date with us. And in the meantime, why don't you check out our merch store at shop.collectinandconnectin.com, where we have floaty hoodies, Stack Them Rook shirts, the iconic Collectin and Connectin Good Vibes hoodies, and so much more. Check it out, guys, and until then, we'll see you next Tuesday.